nobody takes down Angel Snuff 7 easy. There's a reason why, after 100 channels destroyed, Angel Snuff 7 is still here. There's a reason why nobody want to get in a beef with Angel Snuff 7. But you don't take me seriously, and now your ass is barbecued.
Hey, man, you won me over, Snuff Nup. Man, you won me over. Man, you crazy as a bed bug, but you won me over. I think you're nutty. I think you nutty as a 13 acres of peanuts with George Carver used to own that back down the South. But you a smart guy.
Well, according to Psychiatric, everybody's nutty.
Nah, I think you're crazy.
Yeah, so.
I'm just messing with you.
The Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation. The ability to control your own resources. Your politics. The law. Be able to do your own thing for a chance. Create an economy. Create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want. You're fake, you don't want to do nothing. 3 hours talking about the Mississippi campaign. So why don't y'all pitiful pieces of trash, sewer rats and your thieves and you cyber stalking trolls, why don't y'all get together and have a conference and talk about what y'all have done? Conference won't last long, maybe 5 minutes, because Aquan has done nothing. God Nollywood have done nothing. People all over the world. Donate to Aquan. I got the answer. I can handle the hard question. See, they say that Angel Snuff 7 don't care about the people. But Angel Snuff 7 cares about the people because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth, and I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money.
with us, so ain't nobody move.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
For me, I get the one to make a plan or something. Bringing knowledge and fire every my black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move with me. Like that the king, we make the plan or something. Bringing knowledge and fire every reality's temple.
I'm Soul Sister J. I'm Soul Sister D. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who helped to the medical fundraiser for my uncle Taalik. And it has meant so much to us that you would help, because without you guys, his life would not be possible and we would not be with him today right now. And I just wanted to say, for all of you that helped and that donated, I would really like to give a big thanks. And I hope that I can meet you one day and say thank you in person. I love you guys. And bye. Bye. He's forever and always. He's forever and always. He's forever and always.
Everybody join.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, "A Change Is Gonna Come," it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
Yes. I want that. Oh, I need that. Gots to have that. It's
black people. It's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
In a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Keep it real.
What, dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly.
I want to ask us black people who hate white folks, listen to me. Based on this story,
want to get revenge if they sent your fathers butt naked across the sand, and then your people who were civilized, they lost their civilization and became savage, turning into an animal. And so we talk about revenge. It seems as though they have done the same thing to us. In slavery, they turned us into animals. They took our civilization away. Even to this day, we behave like savages. We eat our meat raw. We have become like them when they were in the hillsides and caves of Europe. The same thing is revenge. When you be angry. So now it seems as though tick for tack. If what is being said is true. So the white man is angry at black folks deep down, his people, because of this tragic event from thousands of years ago. So now, don't you understand why in 2011, why black folks feel the way we do? Because how we've been treated. You wanted revenge, and you have taken your revenge on all the dark people of the planet. You made all of them savage. No matter where you found dark people, they were savages. And you brought to them your Christianity. I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring you my kind of civilization. But see, my kind of civilization is not the original. So I'm lacking in my wisdom. It's artificial civilization. Because I destroyed because of my hatred for the black and what they done to me. I rejected that which could have been good for me due to my hatred. So I'm going to make up something of my own, and what I bring to the world is artificial. And I also do this because this is my house now. I don't want you blacks to get no credit for nothing. And if you look at white folks, that's how they think. You ain't getting no credit for nothing. So the wisdom this artificial people bring to us, it is based in originality, because that's who brought them out of the caves of Europe. Their interaction with another tribe or whatever of the original people, that's who brought them up out of the caves. But what they have come up with is artificial. Like Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid looks like grape juice, may taste like grape juice, but it's artificial. It's not grape juice. Has nothing to do with a grape. And they trick us by saying this is natural. It's natural. It's naturally flavored. Naturally flavored is another way of saying it's artificial. And we buy things all the time. Oh, this is naturally flavored. Either it's grape juice or it's not. How can it be naturally flavored? You can't flavor nature. Nature is what it is. But they trick us that way. So in this society, the people's bodies are fake, artificial. The movies, you got a man with a cape flying around, that's fake. The food is fake, because they even have fish that's really crab that they call fish. Food fake. Your water is contaminated. Your air is contaminated. We have become artificial human beings. We have become the savage that we make mockery of. Intellectual savages. You live in a Barnum and Bailey world. It's all a show. Nothing is real. That's why you can become a famous and rich being an actor. An actor is somebody who's pretending to be what he or she is not. Fiction. And speaking of fictions, and we're going to bring this to conclusion. Another thing of fiction and artificialness. Is that a word, artificialness? Unnatural? Is the white man's statistics. He always used statistics. I was just watching a video and he talks about statistics in order to condemn black folks. And pray tell, where are you getting these statistics from? Other racist Caucasian people. Well, we don't know if they're racist or not. Well, let us see. I'm not going to say that Caucasian people, these racist white folks, you can find truth in anything, everywhere. The devil tells the truth. So, but the problem is, the devil mixed the truth with a lie. See, that's the problem. Do these white folks, as long as we've been dealing with them in this nation, are they truth tellers or do they tell us lies? Now, these white people want us to embrace their statistics. These are the same people that said black folks swing in the jungle with tails. And back in the day, they told this lie. Back in the day, folks, whenever they would see a black person, they would look from you and try to look at your behind to see your tail. Are there weapons of mass destruction? Have y'all found them lately? You know, I really don't even have to get into the lies, because it goes on and on and on. Blacks have a low IQ. I'm a black man. I would claim that for the time being. If I have such a low IQ, racist devil, then why you can't do nothing with me? Got you scrambling. You angry because you told that lie. And you hate when you meet up with black folks with intelligence. Because see, the reason why I am the way I am, because I broke the control of your religious belief systems and your political systems and all your isms. Because you use your isms to control and manipulate folks. Because they caught up in seeking artificial highs. Now, most times, the media or those who create these statistics, they are going to design the work to favor whoever commissioned them to do the statistics. Just like, say for instance, Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler had scholars, he had scientists. But his scholars and his scientists and those who do statistics, they did it in a way to favor the program, the mindset of Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. So can you trust the statistics that's coming from the Nazis? Do you really believe, and do you think that black folks really should be so stupid to trust the statistics from a people who rape our mothers, who throw us in jail for no damn reason, who deny us real education and all these different things, who have terrorized us for over 40 years? You think we're supposed to sit around and, wow, but the statistics said it. I don't give a damn about your statistics. You liar, manipulator, and a deceiver. And the thing about a devil, and that's why you're called a devil. You call it a devil because you know how to mix truth with falsehood. There is some truth in what you say when you bring these statistics. There is truth. The problem is, where's the lie? What is it that you hiding? And many of you that talk all this statistic stuff, why don't you do your own survey? Do your own statistics. Then you don't have to worry about what somebody else did. Go out in the street, talk to people, interview people, come up with your own statistics. Then you can say, this is what I came up with. And then the question still will arise, are you a liar? Are you a deceiver? Are you a manipulator? You and your statistics. I could care less about you. You and your damn statistics. Don't mean nothing. Because when it's all said and done, you still in the same shape, and it still do not exempt anything that this nation has done against the dark people of this nation. Your statistics. There was no weapons of mass destruction. And back in the day, you went to poor black folks, black men, and you told them, this is good for you. And these ignorant black men who didn't know no better, they allowed you to shoot them in the arm with some kind of inoculation, and the inoculation turned out to be syphilis. And then you want us to turn around and believe you and your statistics after you gave us syphilis and your weapons of mass destruction that caused the death of many, many people, but never was found. And you knew. So y'all are liars. You're deceivers. And you are called devil because you know how to mix truth with falsehood. That's not my fault. That's your fault. You are a proven liar. And even other white people, my subscribers would tell you you're a devil. And they don't like your ass either. You don't get no tricks off here. That's why you upset with me. Because no matter how you twist, no matter how you turn, you can't trick me. And when I refute your argument, I bring you something damn good. The devils, these racist Caucasian people, they say that the black man and woman of America, we are failures because we have an attitude of failure. Well, let me tell you something. See, if the so-called Negro, the black American, those of us who are descendants of slaves in America, if we were a separate nation from America, let me tell you about our failure. If we were separated from your racist ass, we would be the 10th richest nation on the earth. So if that's failure, I can imagine what success would be. That's how much money that we as black Americans get out of this economy. We would be the 10th richest nation on the planet. The problem is not failure, of an attitude of failure. The problem is self-hatred. We hate one another. For over 400 years, we've been told we are inferior and white is superior. So we began to try to be white. We are a destroyed people. We were, for over 300 years, we were turned into animals. Our minds, anything of an African nature, was taken away from us. And so even though we have dark skin, we're white in the inside. A real Oreo cookie. There's nothing African about us. We all European, we Caucasian in the inside, in our minds. We were denied our birthright. We know that we're supposed to come from this place called Africa. We have no idea where. We have no idea who our parents, our fathers, our God, our religion. We speak none of our language. We do nothing of our culture. We're nothing but walking white people. So if you're upset with anybody, you need to be upset with your ancestors for doing this to us. Because whatever we are, they caused it. They are the ones with a mindset of failure. Because they brought these slaves over here and they failed to do us right. They failed to do us just with their greedy, lazy ass. Then you give us this corny religion. Turn the other cheek. Love your enemies. Makes us even weaker. Because now we start falling in love with those who did this to us. And that's why you don't understand me and others like, because we're supposed to love you no matter what you done. And what this nation has done to us. We're supposed to love you. But when your people was in the caves of Europe, and when you came out of it, according to the story, as soon as possible, you took revenge on those dark people that threw you in a cave. You've been here, black folks been here for all this time. Why haven't we progressed, they say? Our leaders were murdered. You killed Martin Luther King Jr. You deported Marcus Garvey. You harassed Elijah Muhammad. You killed Nat Turner. All our leaders, you turn around and kill them. You harassed Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, and all our people. You don't give them a chance to help their own. Our black towns. At one time, there were about 60 all black towns. Towns turn into cities. But before we can build our towns into cities, here you come again. And y'all racist devils don't mention how you destroyed our towns. And we created what they call Black Wall Street. You don't talk about that either. And you destroyed that. Everything we do to try to help ourselves, and your ass, this nation don't give us nothing. You give us nothing at all. These brothers and sisters sacrifice and they work hard. The freed slave was promised 40 acres and a mule by this government. And did we get it? No. Guess what? I want my 40 acres and a mule.
And you want to include us in your losership. It's not gonna happen.
I wanna talk to you.
We win.
I wanna talk
and don't have to
to
do
you.
nothing at all.
Just wait.
That's why you're upset. This great seat.
Please stay. Our neighbor, he just came and started so please come, mommy, please come. 12 12 Berman's Way, please. Yeah, now the neighbor is down. My husband knocked him down because he came to attack us. I got everything on camera. Please come.
Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Quickly. Let's get this party started. Quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Quickly. Let's get this party started. Quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Quickly. Let's get this party started. Quickly. Let's get this party started.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
What's wrong with you, child? My grandma, my tummy hurt. I drank some water. I ate some more potato chips. My tummy still hurt, grandma. Oh, come over here. Then grandma go to the cabinet and get that big bottle of castor oil. Ugh, woo, that's some terrible stuff. And she put all that grease in that spoon, and you take that. Man, that's nasty, grandma. But shut up. Just swallow that. Your stomach hurt, don't it? It's nasty. But next thing you know, hey, grandma, my stomach don't hurt no more, grandma. Of course, I'm your grandma. I'm older than you. I have experience. I understand your problem. I understand your problem. You have no understanding of your problem.
Sure. You know, for real. So, like I said, all I can say is, hey, each is to his own, like they say, but leave us alone over here at Operation Exodus, Mississippi, aka Reality Temple on Earth. Leave us alone.
You wanna make me angry, and I wanna shut your big mouth. All they have to do is make a couple phone calls, and then we'll see if you're gonna be on YouTube running your damn mouth.
And if you think I'm joking, keep our name in your mouth. Keep running around YouTube trying to slander us. I ain't scared. It's not about being scared of nobody. It's about being wise and use your brain. Whoop your ass. Whoop your ass. Whoop your ass. Whoop your ass. And go out on the street and get your ice cream cone. Go about your business. And I will whoop your ass. You're gonna learn and you're gonna wish that you had stayed on the right path with a true friend, which is Angel Snuffing Up 7. Because I shown you I support you. Whether we are lovers people are not going to do anything for you.
You can give it to me right now. The actual 40 acres and give me a damn mule. I want it. But y'all a bunch of liars and you deceivers and you manipulators. I want it right now. And if you free up people, you got to give them land. You got to give them something to work with. You give us nothing. And when you give a person nothing, they have no opportunity. They have no resources. They forced to be a beggar. And that's what you want black folks to be. Beggars. Looking at your ass for something. Then you turn around. You destroy all our efforts. Then you turn around and you got the nerve to tell us you have an attitude of failure. And even though you discriminate, deny us the right to vote, and you deny us equal housing and employment, all these things you put in our way, we still able to crawl and make a little something. So much something, if we were separated from your ass, we would be the 10th richest nation on the earth. And brothers and sisters, that's what you have to get in your mind. You are not helpless. You got to get away from them in order to make something of yourself. Because as long as you be around them, the only thing they're going to do is keep you on the welfare line and put you down. They like talking about us like a dog. They know what they've done to us. Well, some of them. And if you don't, now you're learning. We are citizens of this nation. We have paid our taxes. I know I pay mine. We pay our taxes. We have died in every war ever since the Revolutionary War. And we're treated like trash because we won't stand up for ourselves. This bastard don't want to do nothing for you. He likes talking about us like a dog. All these welfare programs. At one time, black people, we were too proud. We were hard working. But now these welfare programs mess us up, make us lazy. And we don't educate our children of their history. And speaking of education, Mr. Racist White Man, you do not teach us in your schools the real art of the business world. You don't teach us the art of war and the real sciences so that we can be limited. And we are given the illusion of education, but we're really not being educated just enough. Just enough so we can be successful. And then we produce mayors. You got the president of the United States that's so-called black. We got police chiefs. You got black folks, big shot celebrities. But all at the same time, it's an illusion of happiness. But when you look at the black community with all these successful black people, then why is not the black community successful? Because the successful black people have a white mind, so they gravitate to white folks. And they hate black people. So they want to do everything they can to get away from black people, and they still slaves. And the slave solely exists to benefit his master. So everything Oprah do, everything Bill Cosby do, and all your black males, everything that they do, it goes right back to white folks. The black community gets nothing except some welfare. And then you can turn around and laugh because you know the black so-called successful people ain't doing nothing for us. integration was one of the worst things to happen to us. Because we think something built by a white hand is better than what we create. So we take our dumb ass to some white business, and now the black businesses start closing up. Because now we're moving on up. Finally got myself a piece of the pie. I was all off, wasn't I? But that's what has happened. In slavery, you expect the people that was enslaved for over 400, 300 years. You expect us, after 100 years of fighting your ass, to all of a sudden, in 2011, everything's supposed to be hunky-dory. For over 300 years, the black man was not expected to take care of his children. That attitude. Now, some of us may not believe it, but this went on for hundreds of years. So, that connection between the man and his child is broken. Some men can love their children, no doubt about it. But we as a people, for some reason, the men just don't have that connection to their babies. And I'm telling you, it comes from that disconnection from slavery. We have to try to build the connection back. It's still there. Another example, I would use myself. When I was a little boy, I used to walk, and for some reason, I kept looking at the ground. Kept looking at the ground. Now, that was good, because when I look at the ground, I might find a quarter or a dollar or whatever, find some change. But I kept saying to myself, why do I keep looking at the ground like this? I don't want to be walking, looking down at the ground. I want to look up to see where the hell I'm going. But then, I finally found out that during slavery, you was taught never to look a white man in the eye. When you look at when you passing a white man, look down on the ground. Look down on the ground. Look down at the ground, Negro. Then that brought me my answer. And slavery was gone a long time before I was born, but because the slave was told to do that for so long, it's in us. So for the male to not to have no feelings for his babies, that's in us from slavery. From me looking down at the ground and don't know why, it comes from slavery because it was done for so long. It becomes part of you. The reason why the white man loves a dog, because the dog became your best friend when you was living in the hillsides and caves of Europe, and the dog still is your best friend. You keep the dog on the news. The dog in all your TV commercials, your magazine, y'all love dogs. Because of that friendship you and the dog had 6,000 some years ago. You still wear animal fur like you did in the hillside. You still like raw food just like you did way back in the day, in your time. So don't tell me that I'm not right, because you're still doing things that you was doing when you was a savage in the cave. When you was in the hillsides and caves of Europe, you know how to run up and down trees, and you have tree houses right now. You like to swing on things like you used to swing on the trees back in the day when y'all was savages. You need to get real. Don't be shamed. Don't be shamed because you came out of a cave. Look where you are now. And now, don't get angry at black people because we're tired of being savages. It's time for us to grow up. It's time for us to get ours. Just like you came out of a cave, got your revenge, and now you got your... Now, we're not going to get revenge. That's what you're really scared of. The Negroes might want revenge on us. It's not about revenge. That's the past. I will agree with you. That's the past. Now we need to straighten this mess out. What was done is done. Let us understand what was done. Now, as the people who live in 2011, let us straighten it out. Whatever we did. Just accept it. If I spit in your face, then I'll just tell you, well, I spit in your face. Just accept it. If it was my mama that spit in your face, then I just have to accept, well, my mama did spit in your face. Let us put everything out on the table. We already understood what was done. Now, what are we going to do to straighten this mess out? What are we going to do? And the first step is to speak open and honest. Some of these people, I don't know if they are really being deceitful and liars. Some of them really just don't understand, do not know what happened to black people and understand the psychological effects. They don't understand the mental trauma done to a people. They don't understand. So they just talking. They don't know. But you hang around here, you're going to get educated. These black people suffer from post-traumatic slave syndrome. We are still in a slave-like condition and have a slave-like mentality. We still want to serve our master. And see, and since many of these white folks are used to black folks with a slave-like mentality, somebody like me, what is wrong with it? What's wrong with it? And you want to bring me all this advice. I don't want your damn advice. I'm not your slave anymore. Do you understand? We can work on this together if you wish. But I'm not your slave. We took your advice and you see where we're at. Because see, your advice only benefits you. Who in the hell gonna go to court and sue somebody and take the advice of the one who you sue? That's stupid. And then you wonder, why I ain't got nothing? We ain't supposed to get nothing. Ain't nobody gonna give you advice to help you against them. So I want to thank everybody for their understanding. We need to talk about these things, especially the effects. We need to talk about the mental effects of slavery, the psychological trauma that even exists to this day. Because we are not black. We are white in the mind. And even if we became black, that was a description given to us by our oppressor. When you talk about Africa, that was a continent renamed by the oppressor. So if you embrace black and African, you guarantee yourself to stay a slave. The only thing you want different is you want to be in control. You want to do the same thing that white folks are doing, except you want everything, instead of white supremacy.
So fine, blow my mind. Ooh, so fine, blow my mind. When it's all you
Can you sit down and discuss?
She was more like a beauty queen from a scene. I say no man, but do you mean I am the one? Go and dance on the floor in a round. She says I am the one. Go and dance on the floor in a round. She told me her name was Billie Jean as she crossed the scene. She said her head turned as she dreamed being the one. Go and dance on the floor in a round, baby. People always do me, be careful what they do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful with your love. Be careful what you do. When your love become the truth. Hey, I feel it, Jean. It's not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one who knows. But the kid is not my son.
I ain't impressed.
The deacon said, imagine how Michael Jackson felt when he told Joseph, I want out of the Jackson 5. Michael wanted his freedom. Ever since he was a little boy, he was under the yoke of a dictator. It's my way or the highway. Somebody that abused him, beat him, made mockery of him. He was nothing but a slave. Michael Jackson was a slave. The Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation. The ability to control your own resources. Your politics. The law. Be able to do your own thing for a chance. Create an economy. Create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want. You're fake, you don't want to do nothing. 3 hours talking about the Mississippi campaign. So why don't y'all pitiful pieces of trash, sewer rats and you thieves and you cyber stalking trolls, why don't y'all get together and have a conference and talk about what y'all have done? Conference won't last long, maybe 5 minutes, because Aquan has done nothing. Guy Nollywood have done nothing.
Peace, forever and always. This is your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad, and this is the Reality's Temple on Earth. Not long ago, someone sent me an email, and they asked me the question of why I call black people, those born in America, the descendants of slaves, dark Europeans. This question in itself is worthy of a video, so here it is. I do not know the factual origins of those descendants of slaves living in the United States that call themselves black people. Prior to this, we were called colored or Negro. Black History Month, celebrated in February, began as Negro History Week, founded by our brother Carter G. Woodson. So it is clear at that time we basically accepted being called Negro. Negro or Negroid was a name given to us by those who enslaved our ancestors, used for hundreds of years. By the 1960s, an awakening to the knowledge of self was introduced, whereas it was called a revolution, and the masses no longer wanted to accept the description forced upon us called Negro. It is said that due to the increasing influence of the teachings of the Nation of Islam, who taught the masses they were not colored or Negroes, but black. In fact, Asiatic black people, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, gods of the universe. The masses of dark people, sick and tired of the violence, oppression, injustice of a racist and oppressive society, becoming awakened that they were more than just a slave to be exploited children of great history. No longer wanted to be tools of exploitation. They no longer would accept being the white man's tool, so decided to reject his name placed upon them, slowly accepting black as a description, as black enabled them to be able to identify with themselves as well as all dark people on the planet, and the struggle against European domination and oppression. Those calling themselves black decided to walk a path of learning about the history of their African people and beyond. They found that black people were not only in Africa, but all over the planet, not being the minority as once thought, but in actuality, the majority. Black people began to have a sense of pride and saw another black as a brother or sister in the struggle. Black people were fighters. Some marched, some picked up the gun, but they had no doubt who the enemy was. They strived to become independent, love self, uplift the black woman, seeking friendship beyond those who oppress them. And I am a child of black people struggling during this time. I was a baby, but proud of what these adults have done so I can live better. All respect due. And how do y'all in 2009 repay these fearless brothers and sisters? You come on YouTube with your tired ass and you bash black women. You openly brag about how you lick vagina and suck the penis, showing how nasty, vile, and filthy you become before the world, accepting what our freedom fighters was fighting against, accepting the immoral, degenerate behaviors of those that oppress us, falling for the lie, such as normal and beautiful or natural. I call those calling themselves black, dark Europeans, because even though they are children of past slaves, they are nothing like the parents of the 1960s who called us black. These fools have taken us backwards. Instead of trying to unify the black family, they encourage out-of-wedlock relationships and demean black women, the mother of our nation, the mothers of our people. They blame black people for being their oppressor and ignore the root of which was slavery itself, living without being rehabilitated in a racist and oppressive society. Your idea of life and success is based on what racist Caucasian people teach you in school or influenced by their media. Those with dark skin that call themselves black, they do not care nothing about black or African history and teach their babies in a manner to make them better voluntary slaves. You make millions of dollars just to give it back to those who hate you, so you beg them for jobs that you could create for yourself. Your mind is clogged with thoughts based on European ideas, nothing of a black influence, but you call yourself black, but have never fought for any black, silver, or human rights. You are proud to be an American when America has never apologized for slavery, nor till this day respect black people, and they will not cause you, maybe because you have dark skin, but you are like them. I call black folks, some of us, because we have the same mentality that the racist white man has for us. Right here on YouTube, you have black, so-called black folks on here, but they are black troublemakers. Every time you turn around, they are arguing with black people. They claim they love black people, but they are cussing black people out all the time. Always talking the negative. You have a European mentality. Black men all over YouTube want to fight amongst each other, want to debate. But you don't want to debate the racist Caucasian people, because since your mind is like that other Caucasian, you don't want to challenge a Caucasian mind. The racist European white man has a hatred for black people, so you also have a hatred. So you jump on the black woman because of your hatred, in the guise of wanting what is best for the black community. What is best for the black community is the upliftment of the black woman, to protect the black woman, to secure the black woman, and to heal her if she has fallen in error. But you don't want to do that. All thing you want to do is talk about, because you have a European mentality of extreme violence. The racist Caucasian European people have a history of violence and murder. And every time another black man says something that you don't like, the first thing these dark Europeans want to do is threaten another black man's life, because they are not black. Black people in the 60s, we learned how to embrace one another. We learned how to work with one another. We were attempting to unify with one another due to our commonality, which is our darkness of skin, living in a racist and oppressive society. But here you are, because now you can drive a $50,000 car, because you think that you got all this education now. You think that you are better than the black people that were struggling in the 1960s. But you have went backwards, because they knew who the enemy was. You don't. You've forgotten. You become comfortable, and you become like the enemy. And you hate black people. That's why I call some of us dark Europeans, and we behave just like them. Whatever the white man says, we believe, even though the white man has proven to be a liar and a deceiver, whatever he put on his news, we go for it and we G for it, because we got his mentality. We're nothing but Oreo cookies. Our lifestyle is still here. We have developed nothing on our own. We are nothing but living white people with dark skin. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad, sending this message to all the dark Europeans, because that's exactly what you are. White people with dark skin. Think about it, and you'll see what I'm saying is 100% true. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad, and this was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. I am your host, your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. If you notice, I posted a whole gang of videos, and I needed to do that because I had to borrow a computer. The computer that I normally use is the USB ports are malfunctioning, so until I get that repaired, I have to go out and borrow a little something. So that's the reason why. Believe me, I did not really feel like making a lot of videos, but I got the time and I got the computer, so I might as well take advantage of it. So until I am prepared and get back into action, it might be a little while before you see new videos posted here again. Also, I will no longer be placing videos on Angel Snup Nup 7 Reborn or Angel Snup Nup 07. Those channels, I'm not going to. There are too many videos on those channels as is. They are also under constant flagging attacks, so I'm not going to help the flaggers by putting something new on the channels that they are able to complain about. Bring your ass here. Start new. And when you get to start, when you start on this channel, I got another one waiting. That's how I do this. That's why I have so many channels. It's a shame. I have to do it that way. But, hey, we got to do what we got to do to survive. With that said, I got 8 minutes. Let me say what I need to say on this video. Dark Europeans make me sick. I'm going to say that again. Dark Europeans make me sick. What is a dark European? A dark European are those who are born, they are the descendants of slaves, but they have a white mentality. They call themselves black, but they are not black. They look like you and me, but they are not. They are always on YouTube talking about black men don't do this, black women don't do that. Black men and black women know how to get along. That was the purpose of black coming into existence. Black women will support black men no matter what. They don't get frustrated and want to run to the children of the people that hurt their ancestors. You a dark European. I don't care what you do. So I'm trying to tell y'all, whenever y'all see it, don't get involved in that madness. They will go by the name, any name that the white man gives them. At one time they was Negroes. At one time they was colored. So ignore them, basically. They have no love for their ancestors at all. They only care about themselves. How can you want to lay down if you're a black woman with a white man, and I don't care if this is his child and not him? That's just like saying your grandmother was raped, and then you fall in love with the son of the rapist. No, the son of the rapist didn't have nothing to do with the rape, but he's related to the rapist, and he loves the rapist. He don't denounce the rapist. And then you're going to love and sleep with the son of the person that raped your grandmother and slit her throat? That's the mentality of the dark European. I ain't going to do it. I'd rather be by my damn self. I don't mind being alone. What's wrong with being alone? it's a good thing. Because I'd rather be alone than betray my ancestors and in the company of a fool. And then you lose yourself. These dark Europeans trying to get close as they can to their masses. Because they suffer self-hatred. You cannot be black and want to sleep and love and integrate with your oppressor's children when your oppressor's children have shown no remorse, no apology in this society. They are not trying to be African. They are not trying to give justice to you and me. These dark Europeans are an embarrassment. Some of y'all call dark Europeans Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckuses or whatever. They ain't my uncle. I don't know who uncle they might be. They are an embarrassment. I'm a black woman, but I need a white man because the black man won't cheat. Then you ain't a black woman then. Because the black woman that I know won't do no such thing. And the black man that I know won't want to sleep down with no white woman. Because his job is to try to bring back the black family. That's where blackness comes from. Black comes from learning how to love yourself. How are you learning how to love yourself? Laying down with your oppressor's child. How are you learning how to love yourself depending on the white man for a job? Doing what you should, depending on him, what you should be able to do for yourself. You got 10 fingers. You got 10 toes. You got a brain. Your brain ain't good as his. Dark Europeans. That's what they are. It's either from one, and then it's from one extreme to another. Because you got one class. There's two types of dark Europeans. You got one class that's the Uncle Tom type, Uncle Ruckus type, that like to lick white folks in their backside. Then you got the other that's to the other extreme. Also they talk about they black this. How you represent black power, black people, when you don't embrace all of us? That's including the ones that lick the white folks in the ass. You got to include everybody. They have become a black version of the oppressor. Same thing. So a dark European is one who go from one extreme to the other. Either they love white folks too much or they hate white folks too damn much.
Yeah. You know, for real. So, you know, like I said, all I can say is, you know, hey, each is to his own, like they say, but leave us alone over here at Operation Exodus, Mississippi, aka Reality Temple on Earth. You know, leave us alone.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Why do your people want it? Just because somebody bring you drugs, don't mean you have to use it. I never use crack. I don't use meth. I don't be drinking on this. They did not involuntarily make you do drugs. The people wanted the drugs, willing to die and sacrifice to get the drugs. Whether it was heroin or cocaine or crack, the people wanted the drugs, including the nicotine. Some of y'all smoke cigarettes. Nicotine is a drug. All kinds of drugs. Why do y'all want the drugs? You want the drugs because smoking cigarettes make you feel good. Drinking beer make you feel good. Crack cocaine make you feel good. Meth make you feel good. The drugs give you pleasure. The drugs make you feel good. That's why they do it. The people suffer from low self-esteem. The people living in horrid conditions. Light bill, gas bill, rent. I'm not making enough money. All these children. Give me some beer. Give me some alcohol. Give me some liquor. Give me some weed. I gotta get away from this too much going on. 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 Much going on.
How was your shower?
Oh, I tell you, Brian, all the rumors about dropping the soap are true.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you can't hold on to that thing to save your life. Oh, it was slipping all over the place. Guys were laughing.
Hey, there's a guy who couldn't hold on to the soap.
Oh, that was classic.
Let's get to grilling. Pass me the ribs, baby. Absolutely.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
Yes, first I would like to start by saying peace to Earth, man. I know we ain't spoken in a while and stuff, but peace to you and peace to other soul brother 85 and peace to brother Twin Pyramid, and also as well as our #1 soul brother Angel Snuff 7, and whoever else is in the chat room that I can't see.
I put Sister Ann in there.
Oh, and also peace to Sister Ann.
I was just thinking to myself and just wondering about the mindset of these who were once called the American Negro. And we do harbor great talent. We harbor great intelligence, and we have great potential, but it seems as though we don't know how to use our talent. And one reason why we don't know how to use our talent is because we base our talent, we base our thinking upon somebody else. And so that hinders our own personal development, trying to copy somebody from 1930, trying to copy somebody from 1950, 1960, 1980, 5,000 years ago, 200,000 years ago, or whatever. So it hinders our own personal development in our time. About a month ago, there was a war declared on this platform, and we were underestimated. And so some of the heavy hitters got together and formed what we call the Demons of Darkness. And it was said in their chat room, after this meeting, the Reality's Temple on Earth, Angel Snuff 7, he's not going to be able to recover from this. We bringing him down. But again, we make a mistake when we underestimate our opponent, we underestimate our enemy, and we don't consider the element of surprise. Now, they knew that Angel Snuff 7 going to defend this ministry to the best of my ability, but they had no idea. And they got shook when out of nowhere come these brothers, which they already existed. We call them the Deacons of Reality. We call them the Deacons of Reality Productions. Soul Brother 85, Twin Pyramid. We already knew, but we didn't know. And it was a surprise to me. It was a surprise to everybody. They come out of nowhere and start blasting these bullets, these little short gems, these videos. The element of surprise. And then we use our enemy's own words and we bring receipts. So we make mockery of them, we laugh at them, and we bring receipts, and we bring logic, and they fall.
Much. They don't have any balance. So don't get black people caught up in dark Europeanism, because that's what it is. They don't represent black people, because black people know better. Blackness comes from out of the struggle from the 1960s. Study what it is, and you'll see it is not licking white folks in the ass, and it is not one running around talking about kill the white man, kill the devil, kill it. It's not that. It is balance. It is only seeking that which makes us as a people better. Loving one another. Doing for yourself. Controlling your own destiny. Seeking land that you can call your own. Creating your own culture. If necessary, your own language. Your own religion. That's what blackness is about. Raising your hand to a hotel. That's not black power. That's Egyptian. We are not Egyptians. We are not Moors. We are not none of these things. We are a brand new people. This is a brand new day. We come up out of the furnace of slavery like a cucumber is in a pickle jar, but the cucumber is no longer a cucumber. It is now a pickle. We have become pickled in this society. We are no longer a cucumber. We are brand new. We are something different. And we need to realize and accept that reality. We are no longer of Egypt. We are no longer of Kemet or any of that stuff. We have a brain. And in the brain, we can create our own destiny, our own slice in this world. These dark Europeans is an embarrassment to black people. Malcolm X, the picture behind me, he represented black people to the best of his ability according to the knowledge of his time. And y'all done took it and just threw stuff in. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're either licking white folks and any oppressor in the butt, or you done went way far to the right. You got to have balance. But there's a difference. So don't get black people confused with dark Europeans. The reality is still on earth. All dark Europeans, stay the hell off my page. Because if you love black people, then love us. If you don't, stay the hell away from me. It's simple as that. Because dark Europeans suffer mental problems. Jot down your comments. This was and is the reality temple on earth. This is part 2. I had to make a part 2 because I want to make something real clear about dark Europeans. Dark Europeans hate black people. They're doing anything they can to uplift the oppressor. They have no love for their ancestors. They embrace their names that was given to them by force. I don't care if you call yourself Donald Duck. As long as you come out of those names you know was forced on you. How can you be free carrying the names that was forced on our people, on your family, because they were slaves? And a slave is property belonging to somebody else. So as long as you carry that name, you are property. But see, that's good for a dark European because he is the property. You are property. So that's good for you. But if you are trying to become black people know better. I don't belong to you. I'm free. And I'm going to come out your name. I'm going to show you I'm not your slave no more. But see, y'all dark Europeans, that's good for you. So y'all hold on to Johnson and Jackson and Herbert and Shawaski and all these other names given to you. Because you ain't nothing but their property. Then these fake dark Europeans talk about they love black culture. Oh, you? What black culture is that? Black people in America don't have no culture. What you see is a dark version of living the European lifestyle. That's why when y'all go on vacation, you don't think about no Africa. You don't think about no country that's black related. You want to go to Paris. You want to go to England. You want to go where your slave master go. Because you still a slave. You don't want to build nothing for yourself. You don't have no pride in yourself. You want to teach the babies and the children about integrating in a society that hates them. Oh, then we go to the extreme. The black man is God. The black man is this. The black man is that. Are you an example of that? It goes from one extreme to the other. Now we so great and we so good. Show me these examples of this. You're a black guy, but you in the white man's unemployment line. You're a black guy, and all your black women on YouTube run around talk about how they want to get with white men. But you're a guy, you can't control nothing. You don't run nothing. But you're so great. And then you deny the truth. Even prior to European colonization. What were those Africans doing? They were having war and killing one another. If they had a nuclear bomb, you think they wouldn't have dropped it on one of their why do you think they sold it? Why do you think the Africans sold blacks to white people? Because those people were considered their enemies. These black folks were their enemies. You don't want to talk about that either, do you? In Africa, one tribe will cut your head off and shrink it and put it on a pole. You don't want to talk about that either, do you? Because your version, your teaching is nothing but a black version of white supremacy where the white man talk about how great he is and how superior he is. So now all thing you did was flip the script. Y'all dark Europeans, something else. You go from one extreme to the other. You have no balance. And when there's no balance, there is chaos. And you see the mental illness in how they speak. You ought to hear the one that licked the white man in the butt. Listen how they talk. Sound like puppies. You know how dogs are? You know how dogs wag their tail and how happy they are to see you? That's how these dark Europeans do. When they talk about what? You can, even when they write on the computer, you can feel the joy. It's sickening to me. Then they want to talk. Then these wackos represent black people. But I want to make something very clear. They are not black people. And I want to say to those of you who have went to the opposite direction, you just as crazy. Because all thing you're doing, you think for some reason you're going to come up out of this condition by copying the mentality and the condition that placed you in the position that you're in. The old, what they call it, fight fire with fire. It works sometimes, but we've tried it before, and it don't work. And you end up killing your own people. Ask Malcolm X who killed him. With all that stuff y'all talk about, and the white man is the devil, and kill the cracker, and bang on the beast, y'all talk all that stuff, but who end up dead? Talk to me. Who end up dead? The cracker, the devil, the Satan? The only one who end up dead is another black man. Because really y'all cowards. Because you know who you're dealing with. You don't want to deal with this white man. He got nuclear weapons. You don't want to deal with him. He got all kinds of AK-47s, all kinds of bombs, and all kinds of stuff waiting on your happy ass to come. Matter of fact, he wants you to come. And all these happy-go-lucky, trigger finger hillbillies with their thick steel-toe boots be happy to break in your door and blow your brains out. Y'all, you better get real. That's something we don't say no more in the black community. Back in the day, the black community, we used to say that all the time. Let's get real. Get real, baby. We don't say that no more because a lot of us, we become fake. And we're delusional. And we're insane. It's insane to think that something that has failed for some reason is going to work. Doing the same thing that they did back in the day and it failed. And you hold on to it. Oh, my ancestors. Oh. Man, oh, man. Woo. You turn it over in your grave. But I will do what I can to hopefully bring a message where the majority of our people who got some sense will begin to ignore those things. Not going to the left, licking folks in their butt, or going to the right, hollering and screaming about kill this and kill that, and gain balance. Because that's what we need. We're not looking for all this foolishness. We just want our piece of the pie. Is there something wrong with wanting something that you can call your own? Nobody want to keep driving somebody else's car. You want your own. You want to do your own thing. It don't make any difference if black people live in America or not. We need to show that we can make it on our own. That we're not no longer slaves. Or is it true? We can't live without white people. We can't make it. Is that true? I don't know. But we should give ourselves a chance. Above all, there is a difference between dark Europeans and black people. Because dark Europeans are embarrassing. And black people are trying to find themselves and not look for a fight and violence and war. Just trying to get a peace that they can call their own in this life. Thank you for listening. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad. It's getting ready to storm. This was and is the Reality's temple on earth. And the storm will still be here even after it's over, right? Peace, y'all. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome once again to another edition of the Reality's temple on earth. I am the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel SNIFFY, your brother, and hopefully your friend, the host of this internet ministry, brother Taalik Ibn'rad. This should be a very quick, straight to the point video, sort of short. I'm very sure this is going to be short because I just want to make a point. I want to bring something to our attention very quickly. And actually, what brings me to this topic was a statement from our sister, Tyra Banks. I was watching one of the old reruns from her show, America's Next Top Model. And it was this sister who they wanted to dress up like our sister Grace Jones. And of course, those of you who know who Grace Jones is, you know she is a black woman, but she is a dark black woman. And so the problem that the young model had, even though she was a black woman herself, and we know how difficult it is for a black woman to be in a predominantly Caucasian influenced industry. And of course, those of you who know Grace Jones, she was a singer, but also she influenced fashion. She also was a fashion icon. So you would think that this young black woman would be happy to be imitate or be shot or photographed in an image like that of Grace Jones. But as Tyra made a statement on her show, you had a young black woman who claimed, listen y'all, who claimed she loves black. She loves African American. She loves her darkness. But Tyra Banks, out of Tyra's own mouth, Tyra said, it's a shame that you have people who claim they love black. They love themselves. But they got a problem with being too black. So this young woman, she didn't mind being Grace Jones as long as they kept her the way she was. She was a light-skinned, brown, black person. But of course, if she was going to be Grace Jones, they had to darken her skin, and she didn't like that. But I'm proud to be black. Let me say, there's an old song, I believe, by James Brown. He said, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black. It didn't say I was brown, light brown, black. When you said black, you're talking about all the shades of black. The light brown, brown brown, red brown, yellow brown, red bone, however. But when it's all said and done, it's all black. James Brown said, I'm black and I'm proud, but not. But wait a minute, don't get me too black. So the point I want to make in this video, you have a lot of people on here that talk all this pro-black stuff, but see, in their hearts, they really have not evolved to love their black skin. A lot of black folks on YouTube are quick to call me ugly. Not because really I'm an ugly person. I think, if anything, I'm average. I'm not deformed in any kind of way. I thank the creation for that, because that could easily change with a car accident or being stabbed or being shot. So, you know, I am very grateful to have my health. But when they call me ugly, because in the back of their mind, their idea of beauty is still Caucasian. It's still European influence. So, yeah, I'm black, but I don't get too black. I heard a young woman a long time ago talk about, I'm so proud to be a Afro-American. I'm so proud to be black. And she she took out her pictures to show the images of her children. And I told her, I said, your children need to be darker. She went ballistic. My children is all right the way they are. They nice and brown. Why? Because brown gets you closer to Caucasian, but at the same time you talk about how proud you are to be black. We are so sick. That goes to show you how sick we are.
If you want to destroy, if you want to smash and crush angel snuffleupagus, you got to bring the truth. No slander, no jokes, no gossip, receipts, logical commentary. If you cannot do that, you're just going to expose yourself for being stupid, for even attempting to do the impossible, because you cannot expose Angel Snuff 7.
I want to send a special shout out to the brothers who are DOR or Deacons of Reality Production. I must say, your work and the quality of your work is incredible. You are definitely very valuable piece of this machinery that we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. she's still grieving for her mother. Right now. It hasn't changed. I also know she's very emotional. Very accusative. But when you love somebody and you care about somebody,
you keep running away. I know you.
I am talking to somebody. Yeah, I am seeing somebody. His name is Taalik. I am talking to somebody. Yes.
For a heartbreak again, just as you did before.
Somebody loves you. Have you ever known that feeling? Ooh, that special feeling when somebody loves you.
How can you say, I love African American, I love being black, but yet and still, you don't want your children to be dark? When you go pick your mates, you avoid the real dark ones, even though you talk about all this I love black stuff. Because see, that's why I'm telling y'all, just because somebody holler pro-black, oh black this and oh I love the African black, they don't like the dark. In their mind, they still hate black. And I'm not the darkest you can get. I'm dark, but I'm not dark as you can get. And let me tell y'all something, y'all fools that hate being dark. Let me tell you an advantage of being dark. The darker you are, and whether you like it or not, it is the truth. When a dark person takes care of himself or herself, that dark skin keeps you healthier looking for a longer period of time. Y'all blacks that claim that you love blacks and you light skin, as you age, and especially when you begin to lose your health, dark spots come up under your eyes. Your skin becomes more wrinkled. Your eyes become more red. You can see the aging process taking a hold of you. But when you're dark, you hold up longer. You hold up better. Because that darkness you come from out of an evolution that has been maintained or created because of the conditions of the earth. And when the lighter you are, you begin missing parts. So it's like a dark person being a car. But as you get lighter, some parts of the car become missing. Instead of 4 wheels, you got 3. Instead of 4 doors, you got 3. Instead of windshield, you don't have no windshield. You don't have no need for windshield wiper. Corny example, but y'all get what I'm trying to explain to us. But see, that's what you're gonna learn on your own. And then you really don't have to look at it. It's right here in your face. I love all the colors of dark. And I'm not going to try to say, oh, because I'm dark, I want to feel superior over our dark brothers and sisters. We are all black. And for those of you who are lighter, you need to learn how to love your darkness. And I thought that's what you was about. But you can tell by your actions that Caucasian, that European, that influence of dark being inferior is still in your mind, even though you say hotel, black power, black liberation. You still hold on to that love for Caucasian beauty. And when I tell these so-called people that claim they love black folks, why you make fun of me, it is because of my big nose, it is because of my thick lips, and my nappy hair if I had some. They still got a hatred for their own. But they want to come out here and talk about black power. I love black people, the black woman. No, you don't. You are a liar. And anybody that has any kind of eyes can see that. I'll test you on it. That's all that I wanted to say. I wanted to bring that to our attention because y'all know that it's true. It's still happening. It happens among the dark Europeans, and of course, you know, since they hate themselves anyway, it is expected of dark Europeans. But I'm very shocked because I first noticed this when I was in the Nation of Islam that teaches black power, black liberation, black love. But I saw it in the Nation of Islam. Brothers making fun of each other, talking about I'm black. Then another brother said, well, I ain't black as you. In a negative sense. Not because I'm proud to be black, I'm blacker than you. No. Because being black was something bad. And this is in the Nation of Islam. So we must be careful. Because everybody that's talking black don't really mean that they actually for real love it. They still carry some of the white man's ways. I said it again. We must be careful about this pro-black everything. Because some of these folks still carry the white man's ways. And if you listen to them carefully and stop being so emotional because somebody talking about who took Assalamu alaikum, black power, listen to them, you'll see they still Caucasian in the mind. And that's something we need to avoid. We need to grow up from. Otherwise, shut up and just be content being the white man's slave. Thank you for listening. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad, the Angel Snuffing Up 7 on YouTube. This was it is. The Reality's Temple on Earth. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. I am the gatekeeper of this internet ministry known as the Mighty Angel Snuffing Up 7. Your brother and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. Oh man, I would like to be your friend. There's nothing better than having friends. I'd rather have you as a friend than an enemy. Sometimes we have difference of opinion and we let emotion take us outside of our humanity and we become like savages. So perhaps we should work on this little flaw in the human biology so that we can be, I don't have to hope that we are friends, but indeed we are friends. I only have a few minutes, so I would like to first wish the brothers and the sisters of the Nation of Islam Happy Savior's Day. Praise be to Allah for Master Farad Muhammad and bringing to us a divine messenger and a divine God in the person of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Happy Savior's Day. I hope that everything has went well and Brother Farrakhan brings before the masses a productive, beautiful, and hopeful, inspiring speech that will encourage us to do great things as we are a great people. Happy Savior's Day. My short topic for this video, I raised the question, why do you call me an Uncle Tom? There are many brothers and sisters who in their mind believe they love themselves. They believe they love black people. And they get truly upset when somebody tells them, I'm an Uncle Tom. Well, maybe we should not even use Uncle Tom anymore, because those who are familiar with the book written by Harriet Beecher Stowe, Uncle Tom's Cabin, you may find that Uncle Tom really was a heroic character rather than a traitor of Benedict Arnold. So I would rather prefer to say that I'm talking to those brothers and sisters who don't want to be called a Judas, don't want to be called a Benedict Arnold, but yet their actions show that is what they are, but they want us to love them and embrace them like they truly indeed love us. I would like to bring up just a few points. When the Judas or the Uncle Tom, that's a habit hard to break. The Judas or the Benedict Arnold mentality, I call them dark Europeans, or dark Europeans that call themselves black. When they talk about black people and they bring up slavery, they talk about slavery nonchalantly. Oh, that was slavery. That's a long time ago. When they talk about slavery, you feel no compassion. You feel no connection they have to our ancestors. None at all. That's your problem, dark European Benedict Arnold. You have no emotion for your own people. But when white folks talk about their ancestors and the hardships, Jews or Asians or anybody, you can see the tears flow from your face. But when you talk about your great-grandmothers being lynched, raped, your fathers castrated, even Jim Crow, the hell they went through, we see no tears that trickle down your face. When Jewish people talk about the Holocaust, they speak in a manner that a brass monkey would probably cry. They try to tell their story so that you get emotional and hopefully you share in their hurt and pain. But you don't tell the story of slavery that way because you have no connection. You could care less about what they did or what happened to them a long time ago. You do not see, well, I'm pretty sure it does occur, but Jewish people who suffered the Holocaust do not encourage their people really to marry outside of their religion, but they damn sure do not want their children to marry and integrate with Germans. Even though today's Germans are not Nazis, you do not see Jewish people running around happy because one of their Jewish children marrying a German because of that history. Now you can get along and we can be civil, we can have business, but to integrate with a people or a nation that murdered 6 million of us, Jewish people said, no, no, no. It happens, but you don't see them encouraged. You don't see magazines and bulletin boards, and they're happy because a Jewish girl or boy married German. But now, when it comes to y'all Judas, y'all Benedict Arnold, dark European traitors, you have Ebony, you have Jet. We so happy that a black man married a white woman and a black woman married a white man. We so joyous. Times have changed. Things is wonderful. It's a joyous occasion. We brag. I got a white man. I'm married. My husband is white. My wife is white. We bring joy. That shows self-hatred.
The deacon said, imagine how Michael Jackson felt when he told Joseph, I want out of the Jackson 5. Michael wanted his freedom. Ever since he was a little boy, he was under the yoke of a dictator. It's my way or the highway. Somebody that abused him, beat him, made mockery of him. He was nothing but a slave. Michael Jackson was a slave living out the dream of his father, because his father was a washed up musician. So he trained his son to be able to do what he could not do, and made slaves out of them, and took their childhood away from them. Some people might think that's a good thing. There's such a thing as balance. Michael and his brothers could have had balance in their lives. You did not have to take their childhood 1,000% away from them, but because they was under a dictator who wanted to feel good and live out their dream. Michael was not even a son. Joseph Jackson told his children, don't even call me daddy, call me Joseph. Because his children was property for him to use and do what he pleased. Michael Jackson felt so good to tell his father, just like Satan told God, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Tell you what you can, tell you how to live. Sit your punk ass down somewhere. I'd rather be dead. Slavery is over for me. Slavery was over for Michael Jackson. Had to tell his crazy ass daddy, I'm out of here. His daddy threatened to shoot him with a shotgun. What I'm gonna do to you? Y'all crazy as hell. I don't want you around me. I'm glad y'all stay the hell away from me. But if you come here and you think you're gonna force your garbage on me, I will embrace the teachings of the Quran. Fight with those who fight with you. Better take that slave ass crap on somewhere. It's freedom, justice, and equality, or nothing at all. For everybody. Your racist ass, hateful ass, jealous ass, you damn murderers, rapists, child molesters. Take your happy ass on somewhere, sit down. This imagination. This imagination. This imagination. This imagination. Well. Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is the most realistic, the best option that we have. And so the troll is jealous because we can stand strong and we can stand firm and we can feel confident that this can work. This imagination. This imagination. This imagination. This imagination. This imagination. This imagination.
I wanna talk to you. I wanna talk to you. Just what?